In this section, I'm going to show you how to prepare the bolt for ultrasonic load measurement. In here you see two bolts. One is prepared, one is in the raw form. On the left, this is the M10 bolt. That's how we received it. And on the right, we have finished it, grounded to 32 micro-inch to be flat. We have to ground both sides of it. Has to be flat on both sides. On the bottom side especially, because that's where the reflection happens. On the left side, you see the original bolt. There is a concave area here, which is not good for ultrasonics. So it needs to be flat. So we need this flatness on bottom of the bolt as well. Here shows the comparator, the copper finish that it's required for ultrasonic gluing. Here we prefer to have 32 micro-inch surface finish. This allows the contact between the sensor and the bolt with the existence of glue in between to work well. If it's lower than this, if it's shiny like this, it will not work well because the glue would not stay on the bolt. Here again shows the bolts with the 32 micro-inch finish. Same with the bottom of the bolt with the 32 micro-inch finish. To glue the sensor on the bolt, we need few items. We need Loctite 680, which is the glue, and some Scotch tape, some ultrasonic sensor, utensor 2, a bolt, 2 magnets, and a toothpick. Any side of the ultrasonic sensor can be used. These are 3mm by 3mm sensors. And here, to start, we need a flat surface to work with, a metal preferably. I used one of the plate sets for this. I cut few tapes to the about 1.5 inch, 2 inch, and leave them on the side for later use. What you can do, you can put a sensor on the plate and pick it up by one of these tapes. Try the sensor to locate the sensor to the center of the tape. Then pick up the sensor with the tape. Now we're looking at the sensor stick to the other side of the tape. That's what you see in this picture. Using a pick tape is a good. Using a toothpick is a good idea because it limits the amount of the glue that comes out of the bottle. You can use the bottle too, but sometimes the controlling the amount is a little difficult. So just a little bit of glue helps. Then it forms a kind of drop. You can place the drop on the bolt. A small amount is required, not too much. Here, as you see, it's placing on the sensor. This is a blob here. Less than this will be fine too. This happens to be a blob here. But what we're looking at is the exposed part of the sensor. The other side is attached to the tape. To work with the bolt, it's a good idea to place a magnet on the plate, then place the bolt on top of it. That stabilizes the bolt and you can easily work with the bolt. The prepared ultrasonic sensor with the glue, now it's available. Now you can use the prepared ultrasonic sensor on the bolt. Try to center it with eyeballing it. It doesn't have to be exactly center, but by eyeballing that would be fine. Then that's how you have it. The tape is covering the sensor, and under the sensor is glue, and some of the glue has been squeezed out as you see it. Place the other magnet on top of the tape. This will ensure that all the extra glue is squeezed out of the under the sensor. All you need is a little bit of glue between. The sensor needs to touch the bolt physically because that's what the signal goes through. And in between the small porosity that exists, that will allow the glue to sit there. So this ensures that glue cure much better than without the magnet. Or heavy object will do fine, but magnet is the easiest thing to use. After 10 minutes or 1 hour, longer the better, you can remove the magnet. Then peel off the tape. As you see, the tape is off and we have the sensor glued to the bolt. Now we have extra residual glue that sits under you. We need to clean this with the alcohol or acetone, whichever is allowed in your laboratory. And make sure it's all cleaned up, because if the extra glue sits there, it will stick to the pickup unit, and that will degrade your signals and it will introduce errors. Now the bolt is ready after cleaning it up for using with ultrasonic pickup unit. This is how you install the pickup unit on the bolt. There are magnets under here which attach to the bolt, and you can remove it. Make sure under this pickup unit is clean, and periodically clean it with alcohol or acetone, and the cleaner around the bolt and under the pickup unit, the better the signal is going to be. In next video, I'll show you how to use the MC911 to work with ultrasonic signal to measure tension in the bolt.